Hi everyone, my name is Yeni Hernandez. I'm a BCaBA. I'm here with a company named ABA Academy, and we're gonna go over task list 808. What is IOA? Basically, what we're gonna cover today is the main idea of IOA, the definition, and I'm looking forward to us conducting IOA assessment to actually collect data from a video that I created. And we're also going to answer some mock questions. Just for those of you who don't know who we are, our purpose is to basically help you pass the BCBA or the BCaBA exam. What we do is we offer courses, personalized tutoring sessions, and free YouTube videos like this one that we're doing right now. Our next course is going to be on Wednesday, June 24th at 8 p.m. until 10 p.m. We just cover the whole entire task list A and H, and we offer you a 25-question mock test. What else we give you afterwards, the modified version of the presentation. And in the 2 hour, we make sure to cover all the concepts, task list 81, task list 82, all that, plus breakdown of the 24 and 25 mock questions. Guys, the disclaimer, like always, is that our goal is to basically talk amongst each other and share about the concepts and our understanding. Because of that, remember that we might get some information that it might be incorrect because we're talking without in a rush sometimes. So just double check everything we say, and remember that the information provided here is an overview of the concepts, and for more in-depth explanation of the concepts, please refer to the resources cited in the presentation, like Cooper and Mayer. I also use Cooper 3rd edition. Okay, guys, let's get it started. IOA stands for, what does IOA stand for?
Interobserver agreement.
Interobserver agreement. I heard 2 of you say it. Nice. Interobserver agreement. So what does that really mean? Who wants to tell me what it means? I have Jess. I don't know if Jess wants to talk about it. She's on my screen right now. If not, any of you guys who feel comfortable with it.
When two observer report the values when measuring at the same time.
Correct. Yes. So let's go. So basically, what you said is the 2 observers observe a behavior, right? A behavior happening, and then they report what is it that they're observing. But that's all saying in simple terms. Now let's go over what Cooper says. So it's the degree to which 2 or more independent observers report the same observed values after measuring same event. Very close to what you said. Mayer goes a little bit more in depth, believe it or not. Usually Mayer is more simpler. Mayer tells us that there's an AKA for it, which I didn't know about. It's an assessment of interobserver reliability. So Mayer says, a method for estimating the reliability of a behavioral observation system. A coefficient of agreement is calculated by comparing scores obtained by 2 or more independent observers and determining the number of times they agree and or disagree in proportion to the number of observations scored. Depending on the observational method used, there are several methods for calculating IOA. Basically, obviously, they both mean the same thing, which is observer 1, observer 2, they're observing the same behavior, the same, and they're using the same measurement procedure, and they're saying, okay, I see 2 times, and the other one says, I said 5 times, and then they decide whether they're in agreement or not. In this case, they weren't, in the example I put. Okay, so why do we observe and interpret Interobserver Agreement, aka IOA. IOA. Why do we do it, guys? This is the main
Make
idea.
sure the target behavior is well defined.
That's a good one. Yes, that's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons. Yes. So
Believability.
Go ahead. So somebody else was saying something else?
Believability.
And believability. Yes. So they're sort of interconnected in the sense that one reason is to assess the believability of the data. So it's similar in the sense that we need to make sure that what we're collecting is actually what is really happening. So we want to, let me say it here in my own words, I put it here. What do we mean by this, guys? We mean that people need to believe that the data that we show them is actually reflecting the real instances of the behavior. A good way to think about it is, I was thinking about it in the sense, for example, I don't know if it's happened to you, like when you go to a school and sometimes you say, oh no, I saw the child was engaging in aggression. He pushed the other child, and the teacher might say, oh, I don't know what I've never seen that happen. So if you want her to believe, if you want her to believe the data that you collected, next time you go, you can just go with you and RBT, and then you both collect data on it, and then you show, look, it wasn't just me, it was also her, and look, and we did an interobserver agreement, and it was we both agreed on it. So does that help you, the example? I hope it does. Like I said at the beginning, we're going over the main ideas, but please remember the IOA is very in-depth. It covers much more than what we're gonna cover today. And I put here the page numbers for Mayer, for Cooper 2nd edition, and for Cooper 3rd edition, just in case you wanna go in and go dive in deep. If you also want help, we can also help you with our course on June 24th at 8 p.m. is on measurement. It's gonna go in depth with IOA. But just for us to have an idea, remember that the following are methods to calculating IOA. And we have a total of 9. So we have total count IOA, mean count per interval IOA, exam count per interval IOA, trial by trial IOA, total duration, mean duration per occurrence, interval by interval, score interval, and on-score interval, and they're all IOA. Let me put this on IOA. And okay, guys, so this, I just wanted to move to the next stage of it, because it's the one that I'm looking for. Now we're going to collect data on a target behavior and conduct an IOA assessment. And we're gonna do it right now. So I need 2 volunteers to collect data. Just for you to know, it's a video of 46 seconds. And we're gonna divide it in 2 intervals. It's gonna be divided into intervals, so it's gonna be the simplest thing that we could possibly do in this time frame. Who wants to collect the data? Doesn't matter, you don't have to be right or wrong. This is all about learning.
I can help.
Okay, Lillian, is that Lillian?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can do it.
Lillian and?
Hello.
Carol.
And Carol, okay. Thank you, guys. Okay. I want everybody to answer this question to me now, not just Lillian and Carol. Are we ready to collect the data? Because I don't want just them to collect the data. I want everybody to collect the data for us to get used to it. Are we ready to collect the data now?
No.
How did you know? You are so smart.
We don't have a definition of the target behavior that we're collecting.
Man, I was gonna trick you, Carol, and I couldn't. Does everybody agree with Carol after I said what I said? No, we're not ready. We're not ready yet. We have to hold our horses and wait it out. We are, why are we not ready? What do we need now? So Carol said some things. What did Carol?
A function definition.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
You need a definition of the behavior, what it is and what it isn't. What are we looking for?
Yes. And I like the fact that you said what it is and what it isn't. So we need basically, to make it simple, we need the target behavior. We don't know the target behavior. Besides the actual target, the behavior, the name, we need the definition of the target behavior. What else are we missing?
Examples and non-examples.
Examples and non-examples would be included in the definition, yes. Which, remind me, I want to add it to my definition because I was going to add it and then I ended up not doing it, but I already have an idea on what to add. And number 3, what else are we missing? I can give you a hint.
What IOA type?
Can you repeat that?
The IOA type.
An IOA.
Like what?
Yes, I like that one. I like that one, but I'm looking for something else. But yes, I like that one.
We're looking for the type of measurement we're taking, duration, frequency, count.
Carol, you're on fire, girl. You are on fire. If I could give you stickers or tokens, I would give you guys a bunch of tokens because you did really.
Thank you.
There you go. You get 10. The measurement procedures and the system that we will use. So, okay, so let's visualize it. So the target behavior is SIB. Should I just leave it as SIB? No, right? That's too general. So I put hitting head. So the definition for the target behavior, I put hitting head with an open hand with low or high intensity. So what I meant by that, I don't know if you guys wanna, we can fix the definition and make it better. Meaning that it doesn't have to be so hard. It could be low intensity or high intensity. Can you see me when I'm doing this? And I also wanted to add the non-example. So how about we put in the parentheses? The one that I wanted to add is that the non-example, the one that I wanted to add is that rubbing with an open hand. Do we like that? Rubbing head with an open.
Could we say approximately how many inches the hand is from the head for the magnitude, or is that necessary?
We could, yeah, let's go for it. How about, it's gonna be hard to see it from the video, but how about we just.
Okay.
It's not, because it's not here. So here we can visually see the different, the separation. The hand is not separated from the head. I don't know. I don't like that one a lot. But I do like yours. So as long as it's touching it.
About 6 inches from head.
About 6 inches from head. There you go. Nice teamwork, guys. So the measurement procedure and system that we will use is count. We're gonna keep it simple again. And we're gonna do 2 intervals of 23 seconds each. And the other one that we wanted to add is we wanted to add the IOA method. Method would be total count. Total count. I didn't want to add this now because you don't need to know this yet. You just need to know that you're gonna use count and you need to know the definition. And then we can either do IOA count or another one of the mean, or another one that we can use with this type of data, with this type of measurement style. Okay, so are we ready now? Do we think we're ready?
Yes.
Okay, we're not gonna rush ourselves too much. I just wanna press on it and you let me know if you have it. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a timer. When the timer starts beeping, then that ends the first interval and starts the second interval. I got a release from this client. The client is the only client on the screen, so don't worry about it. Let me know if you can see it. A consent, is that, do you see it?
Are you ready for the test?
Do you see it, guys?
We see
Yes.
the like a RBT or somebody.
The client is Yeni, me.
Oh, okay.
I'm the client.
Oh,
Oh, okay, so yes. Ready, set, go.
Hey, Mom, are you ready for the test?
The test? Are you asking me if I'm ready for the test? Haven't you seen me here for an hour in the same stupid page reading about IOA and I still don't get it? Why are you bugging me about this, man? It's like, I keep studying and studying, doesn't get through my head. I just want to throw the book out. Throw the stupid book.
But Mom, I don't see where you're freaking out so much. Don't you have someone to help you?
ABA Exam Academy. Yes! Thank you, ABA Exam Academy. ABA Exam Academy to the rescue.
I hope I'm not laughing by myself. You're allowed to mute your mic, guys.
It was a little difficult to see if the actual hand hit the head.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to add that one, because to tell the truth, this one was like my third or fourth video. So my head was hurting a lot by then. I had even, when I put the book up, I had hit my head with the book and it really hurt. So it was, that's why I didn't want to add that one to the thing, but I'm just pretending that I'm hitting myself.
Right.
All right, but I'm glad you point that out. But let's just pretend, because I didn't want to use an actual client, that those things actually it did touch my head. It's just that I was doing it so fast that I was touching, I think I was touching more the hair and less like doing damage to my head. But I think it did the purpose. It served the purpose, which was have a little fun and at the end and collect data. Okay, so my first observer would be Lillian?
Yep.
Lillian. And my second observer would be Carol. Okay, so Lillian, what did you get in the first interval?
1.
1. What did you get in the second interval?
2.
2. Interesting. Carl, what did you get in the first interval?
2.
2. And what did you get in the second interval?
0.
Wow, you guys got it totally different than me. It's so impressive. And I did mine like 3 or 4 times, to tell the truth. Okay, did anybody else get something else? Anybody else got something different? Were you not collecting data, guys? Huh?
2 for the first interval, and on the second interval, I got like 3.
3? Okay. So does this show you why we need IOA? Why we need to collect IOA? You see, we talked about it for a while. We defined the behavior, and we're still getting it completely different. Okay, so let's just base what I got, and I did it like 3 times. I got in my first interval, I got 1. And in my second interval, I got 0. This is very interesting. If we have time, we can go over it again and look at it.
But I think maybe you got 0. I mean, I don't know. To me, like, because if we're doing the 6 inches, was it 6 inches, 6 centimeters? What was it?
You were doing the 6 inches. We had added that one. When I did it, I didn't have the 6 inches.
Because that's what we said.
Yes.
Then when you come close to it, that will be a low intensity, and you're at 6 inches. That will still count as 1, wouldn't it? And then you came close to your head a couple of times. I
see what you mean. Yeah, that's why originally, I think that's why originally I wanted to put low and high intensity, because I added this after watching the video, I added low or high intensity. So but this proved our point. When I collected the data, I collected it without this, and I got 3. And when you guys added this, then it changed the data. And even though we all had the same data, the same definition, the 2 observers that I got also had different So that's why the point that we wanted to prove here is not who collected the data correctly or not. It was more as of why do we need to collect IOA? Why do we need to assess IOA? And this is the whole purpose. So now let's just go ahead, and the total is 3. So how do we do this? Let's plug in the number. Who wants to help me?
So you want to do the 2 first
2 first. Why the 2 first?
because it's the smallest.
There you go. And what do we want to do at the bottom?
A 3.
That's 3. It's the large.
66.66.
And then,
So
oh, you already did the math for me. Can you tell me again?
it's 0.66.
0.66. Okay, and what do we do next?
You multiply that by 100, so that should give you 66%.
So it would be, let me do it just like we were little kids. So that would give you 66%. Okay, so that covers another question. Do we leave it at 66 or do we leave it at 0.66? No. The answer is?
Percentage is always used in an IOA.
Yeah.
However, you would have gotten 66,666 and you need to round it up, so it should be 67%. That's how you would see it on the
That's true.
like in the box.
Yeah,
Because that would be rounded to 60.67.
Thank you, Kara. I appreciate it. That's right, because you have to round it up. Because after 5, it goes up. 5 and it goes up. Okay, so yes, and my point was that when we see it, we could either see it as the multiple choices, we could see it as this, or as 66%, like Carol said, or even—
No, 67.
No, I mean, as the options.
Yeah, it will,
They could give you options to confuse you. That's why these details are so important. Do you get what I mean? Because I don't want to confuse you. I'm saying this is the correct answer, and we need to know the difference, because otherwise they are always going to give, usually they give you the other options. That's what I mean. So the result is 67%. Okay. So did we get acceptable levels of IOA, yes or no?
No.
No, we were pretty bad at it. No, we did not. What are acceptable levels of IOA?
in the 80% or above.
80% or above. It depends on the story, it depends on, but usually the average is 80% in the mean. It's a mean, that's what they say, mean 80%, mean 80% or higher. Okay, we did it. So now let's do some mock questions. And IOA stands for Interobserver Agreement, Interobserver Agreement, Interresponse Agreement, Intermediate Agreement.
Did you want the answer like talked out or on the chat?
No, talk it out. Don't worry about it.
Oh, B.
B. So who else goes with you?
I mean,
I agree.
I agree.
Agree. So why did I do this one? Although we know it, I did it because I want you to focus on the details. Those of you who are collecting data on your test-taking behavior, and you keep getting the details, like it shows that you keep getting details wrong. So make yourself this type of mock questions to make sure that you are looking at the details. And this is going to start training your eye. I'm one of those people that I would overlook this if I was rushing. If they had this one with interresponse and some other thing that was obviously wrong. So that's why I want you to avoid that problem. So any of the following amounts of observers could be collecting IOA data, except 1, 3, 2, 4.
A.
1.
Usually 2, but maybe 4. That's what Cooper says. And that's what both the definitions said. Right, guys? Yes. Usually I always see 2. So, I don't know. Okay, IOA is a measurement procedure. Yes, no, maybe, I have no idea. I think this is a simple question, but it's tricky because,
No.
No,
I say
measurement
no.
is,
okay, so who says no that wants to explain it? That is very, like, I'm sure 100%.
measurement is count, frequency, rate, duration, that kind of thing.
Measurement procedures, yes. So we use a measurement procedure like we did, right? We use the measurement procedure to collect the data, and after that, we use a method to assess IOA, which was total count when we used ours. Okay, the minimum acceptable level of inter-observer agreement usually is, just in case we forgot, 30%, 50%, 80%, or 100%.
80%.
80%. And the keyword is minimum. If it would be maximum, there would be something else. The best one, it would be 100. Okay, which of the following methods for assessing IOA is used for time sampling? Interval by interval IOA, total count IOA, total duration IOA, or trial by trial IOA?
A, interval by interval IOA.
I agree.
Anybody else? I agree with you. That was a hard one, guys. And this is the type of questions that we're gonna get in the test. That is gonna be more in depth, more complicated, and we're gonna try to we're gonna use scenario. So it's interval by interval IOA, and the keyword is for time sampling. That's the thing that we want to learn. Okay, guys. Do we have any questions about our upcoming courses? Not just the one for measurement, but the other ones? Feel free to ask now. We're done for today. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy my silliness. I'm
sorry, I came on so late. Are you recording this and putting on your
yes, yes, I am recording it. I'm gonna post it in YouTube. So, and I'm gonna post it on YouTube. It should be up there by tomorrow in the afternoon. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Have a wonderful night. Take care.
Thank you, Jenny.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Danny.